Lessons you need to learn in your cervical dystonia ERISA disability insurance claim. Cervical dystonia can cause involuntary neck muscle contraction and spasm. That in turn can cause your head to be locked in a tilted or a sideways position. Imagining trying to drive or use a computer or do much of anything if your head is locked. What do disability insurance carriers do with cervical dystonia disability insurance claims? Well, unfortunately, disability carriers are going to look to the disability policy language for the standard of disability. In other words, what does the policyholder or plan beneficiary have to prove? And one of the most common definitions of disability is that the policyholder is disabled where solely because of injury or sickness the policyholder or plan beneficiary is unable to perform the material and substantial duties of their regular occupation. Now, the carrier is going to next look at the definition of occupation of the policyholder, and based on a review of the medical records, they're going to determine whether or not the policyholder has restrictions and limitations that would prevent them from performing the material and substantial duties of their occupation. Now, the disability carrier is going to look at the attending physician statement that your doctor completed, and they are also going to then have their own liar for hire peer review doctor look at your medical records and your doctor's opinions and probably come up with an opinion that's different than that of your treating physician regarding your restrictions and limitations. Now, if you looked at the carrier's APS forms, you'll see they don't ask the right questions about the symptoms of cervical dystonia or the resulting restrictions and limitations. I think this is the garbage in, garbage out analysis that often results in a claims denial. So what did one court do in a cervical dystonia disability claim? Let me tell you the story that we find in the case of Stull versus Life Insurance Company of North America. Stull was the regional manager of Cross Technologies. He had to do extensive driving, and he had cervical dystonia in addition to having neck tremors. So he had locking, neck tremors, and he was also taking opioids. He couldn't drive anymore. Now, of course, his long-term disability claim was denied based on the opinion of 3 liar for hire Cigna doctors. Cigna was of the opinion that he could work since he wasn't taking any opioids at some point in his claim. But Cigna, like most disability carriers, failed to appreciate the full range of symptoms caused by dystonia, including hand tremors, neck tremors, of course the stiffness, and the locked position. Stull ultimately filed a lawsuit in federal court, and the judge noted that 3 liar for hire Cigna doctors did not even address the impact of the head or hand tremors on his ability to drive. And the judge took Cigna to task for not having an independent medical evaluation to assess not only the severity of the symptoms, the existence and severity of the tremors, and the frequency of those tremors, and how those would have impacted his ability to drive. I'm glad that Mr. Stull didn't give up and fought for his disability benefits, and I fight for you to get the disability benefits you deserve. It doesn't matter if you have cervical dystonia, hand tremors, cervical tremors. I'm going to be there to fight for you to get the disability insurance benefits that you deserve, much like Mr. Stull's attorney did. I've taken disability carriers on across the United States, and I'm not afraid to tell them that they're wrong and explain and develop the necessary medical and vocational evidence why you can't do the material and substantial duties of your occupation. Call me today at 727-894-3188 for a complimentary consultation and learn more about your rights to benefits or how to fight a wrongful denial or termination of your benefits. 727-894-3188.